Hello everybody and welcome to St Wilfrid's School. I'm Mr Baker and I'm the head teacher. Normally we'd meet in person in the hall, but unfortunately due to COVID-19 we're unable to do that, so hence the video. As a father of four, I know it's a very big step to actually send your child to nursery for the first time. While there might be some of you that have got children in school so know us, some of you might be coming to St Wilfrid's for the very first time. What I'd like to reassure you is that we will look after your child extremely well. Mrs Clark is our early years leader and also the nursery teacher, and her teaching assistant will be Mrs Ward. Both are very experienced in nursery and are really excited about meeting your children for the first time. School has been very different for the last few months, quite quiet with fewer children being in, so we're really looking forward to September when we've got all children back in. And the excitement is building for teachers and hopefully for children and for yourselves as parents. If there are serious concerns about the welfare or well-being of a child, as agents of Children's Services, we will make referrals to get support for your child. We know that a happy child learns best, and at St Wilfrid's the behaviour is very good, but there will come times during the year where there may be little issues or problems, and what we'll try to do is work with yourselves to actually solve them and get back to that happy working atmosphere. Attendance is really important for your child to make the best possible progress they can do, so we do ask that you bring your child into school every single day, that you're punctual so that they don't miss out on any learning. We aim to work together in partnership with yourselves, so if we've got any problems or any things that we need to tell you, we'll get in touch with you, and we hope that you will feel comfortable enough to come in and tell us about some of the things that your children like doing, some of the things that they perhaps struggle with, but we think a dynamic partnership between home and school can only help your child. Our school mission statement is based on caring, sharing, loving and showing respect to all, and we ask all of our children, all of our staff and all of our parents to actually help to promote this. We know that if children feel safe and happy, that they're going to learn really well, and we've got lots of exciting experiences for them so that they'll grow both socially, academically and emotionally. If you have any concerns or you've got any questions before September, then please give us a ring in the school office and we'll do our best to try and answer them, hopefully to solve any problems and reassure you if you have any concerns. I look forward to meeting you personally in September and hope that you have a lovely summer. Enjoy it with your child. We look forward to that new start in September. I'm now going to hand over to Mrs Clark to go through some practical details with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, I'm really looking forward to meeting yourselves and your children in September for a happy and fun year at nursery. But obviously, if your child hasn't been to any sort of preschool setting or hasn't been left before at a nursery or a playgroup, this is a very, very big step for yourself and for your child coming to school nursery. So I've got a few tips and thoughts for you to think about and work on in the summer holidays to get ready for September. As our nursery in September is going to be mostly full-time, then toilet training is a significant thing to talk about. Please make sure that your child is trained well in the toilet, able to look after themselves, to know that they need the toilet, to go, to wipe themselves, to flush the toilet and to wash their hands. There will be 26 children and Mrs Ward and myself, and so it'll be really important for the children to be able to be as self-sufficient as they possibly can be when they go to the toilet. It's something that we can discuss in September, but please make every effort to make sure they're independent by the time nursery starts. Lunchtime is another significant point in the nursery children's day. They will go along to the dinner hall with their lunch bag and will be sitting with their classmates, supervised by our dinner supervisors, who will look after them every day. Some children haven't eaten away from home before without their parents or without their grandparents, so please ensure that your child can open their lunch bag, although they will be assisted by the dinner supervisors, and that they know to eat their healthy lunch in the correct order, rather starting with the sandwiches or the savouries rather than heading straight for the sweets and the goodies. Please ensure that they do have a healthy choice to choose from in their lunchbox. Give them something nice to eat that you know they are going to eat. Some parents this year have opted to give their little ones a flask with some warmed up food in before school, so that when it comes to lunchtime their food is just at the right temperature to eat. So this is always an option for you as well. Work on their self-help skills as well. The children will need to be able to put on and take off their coat by themselves. Hopefully fasten it up too, although those skills do develop over the year. They'll also need to be able to put on and take off their own shoes. As the year goes on, we will ask you for a PE kit, and it will be that they begin to take their uniform off and put their PE kit on, and then when they're finished, be able to pack their PE kit away and replace their uniform. So as they're getting ready for school, I know it can be time consuming, but do please teach them to be a little bit more independent so that they're more prepared for when they're in nursery. Limit the time on gadgets, on iPads and tablets, and try and spend some really quality time sharing conversation with your child, teaching them that they need to look at the speaker when they're listening without interrupting, and then responding according to what's been said to them. Please share books and stories. Enjoy your time with them. Books and stories are invaluable for teaching so many skills, not least their listening and concentration skills. Count everything: walking upstairs, laying the table, apples in the bag in the supermarket, and do some number spotting games with them to get them used to seeing their numerals in the environment around them. Talk in positive terms about coming to nursery. Encourage them to look forward to a really great and fun year with us at nursery. If they're not used to being left at a preschool or a playgroup or at families' houses, please encourage them to see that and reassure them that you are going to come back and collect them. Sometimes it's quite traumatic for them when they come to nursery and they have really no idea that anybody is going to come back and collect them. Pacey, pacey.org.uk has got some great tips for parents to prepare your child for starting nursery and school in terms of emotional and practical and physical preparation. So it's well worth a look at their website. Just some key things to draw your attention to in the pack that accompanies this video. If you haven't been to school to collect your pack, please make sure you do come and visit the school office to collect this really important information pack before the end of the summer term. Please have a look at your letter at the top of your pack. There are 2 important dates on there. We would normally have invited your children by now to come and meet us at nursery to see what nursery is all about and to get a little flavour of it before they come to us in September. But because of the COVID restrictions, we haven't been able to do that. So we're going to invite the nursery children to come to nursery for a short visit. By now, I've managed to speak to most of our nursery parents, and it's been lovely to speak to you all. And it's just a reminder about the letter that's in the top of your pack, which will have 2 key dates for your child to start nursery. The first date is Monday the 6th of September, when we're going to ask you to bring your child along with 1 adult to come and visit us in nursery in small groups, so that we can meet each other and your child can have a little look round before they start nursery, so they're a little bit more comfortable with the setting. We're having 3 stay and play hours over that Monday the 6th of September, and you've all been allocated a specific time to come. If you can't make that time, please can you contact school, preferably before the summer holidays, and we'll see if we can organise a different time for you to come. Please come along to the nursery front door, and we'll be there in nursery to greet you and meet you all. The second date on your letter is your child's start date at nursery, and these dates will either be Tuesday the 7th of September, Monday the 13th of September, or Monday the 20th of September. I've spoken to most of you about the start dates, and everybody seems happy that they've been allocated those days. We will have another chat in September on the Monday the 6th when you come for a visit, to make sure that your child's ready to start when their date is allocated, and we'll just finalise whether they're starting part-time for mornings initially, working their time up as soon as we possibly can to get them in full days, or whether they're going to come for full-time straight away. On both your start date and your visit date, please bring your child to the nursery front door, to the cloakroom door, where we'll be waiting for you to greet you and bring you into nursery. Once they come to nursery and start for their first day, then they will be expected to attend nursery every Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday each week. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be phoning you to ask you to spend about 20 minutes with me on the phone to complete our nursery paperwork, and to give me an idea of your child, their needs, their likes, their dislikes, and just a little picture of them, really, a mental picture of them before they actually come to school. So if I haven't phoned you already, I will be calling you. If it's inconvenient at the time, I'll make an appointment with you to phone you again so that we can complete that paperwork, get it done before the school holidays start, and it gives us the chance to be able to get off to a quick start in September and bring the children into us as quickly as possible. I'd just like to draw your attention to a few things in the pack that accompanies this video. The first thing is the handbook for nursery. Inside the handbook, on the first couple of pages, there's some details about different aspects of nursery. One of the things I know our parents really need to know about is our nursery uniform. The children wear grey skirts, trousers, pinafores, whichever is your preference, along with a white polo shirt with the little buttons and the collar. They will need a nursery jumper, and our nursery jumper looks very similar to our school uniform, except it's got nursery class on it. The jumpers are available from My Clothing, an online company. The details are in the pack, but it's also quite easy to find if you just Google My Clothing, and you'll be able to order your jumpers from there. The nursery children do not need to wear a tie. They need to wear black shoes with their uniform, no laces please, preferably slip-on or Velcro, and no trainers please. You may have heard of the government initiative Hungry Little Minds. It's tips and ideas that parents can share with their children to support their learning. Since the COVID-19 restrictions and school closures, the government overhauled the Hungry Little Minds, and there is a mine of information on there. In fact, so interesting and so widely spread that the reception and the nursery teachers have also learned a thing or two that was available out there for us to use as well. There is an All About Me booklet that we ask you to fill in with your child over the summer holidays, and it'll give us some ideas about the things that they like and they dislike. There's a page in there for you to allow them to draw their own picture. Please, it doesn't matter what it looks like. Please don't hold their hand. Let them have a go at drawing a picture of themselves. If you can provide some photographs from your summer in the booklet, then that would be a great resource for us to be able to use when your child comes into nursery, and it's something familiar from home if there are members of the family photos in there as well. And finally, inevitably, there are some forms that we need to ask you to complete for us. Please fill them in as comprehensively as you can and check to see if they're a double-sided form. Please complete them and bring them back to school and return them to the school office either before school breaks up for the July summer holidays, or bring them back with you to your nursery appointment when you come on your visit and give them to the teachers then. Please be assured that all information that you give us is treated with confidentiality and is stored and used in adherence with the GDPR regulations. Please ensure that any names, addresses and phone numbers are kept up to date. If you change your phone number, or somebody who is on your contact list changes their phone number, please ensure that you send it straight into school so that we can change the numbers on our system. It's really important that while the children are at nursery, there is always somebody that we can phone in case we have a problem, an issue, or perhaps your child might need to be collected if they're unwell. So if there's somebody down as an emergency contact, please can you tell them that they are on our paperwork and that they may have a phone call, and ensure that they live either locally or that they can actually come to school to collect your child if need be. The medical information form is a really important document, so please make sure that you fill everything in as comprehensively as you can. Any dietary requirements because of religion or health, please make sure that all those details are there so that we can always ensure that your child will not be given food that they can't eat. If your child is diagnosed with asthma or suffers from asthma type symptoms on a seasonal basis and they have been given a Ventolin inhaler, please ensure that when they start at nursery that they come with a new spacer with their name on and a box of Ventolin inhaler in the original packaging with the dispensing label on from the pharmacy, please. GPs should be happy to prescribe this for you so that there's an inhaler in school for them if need be. If your child has already attended speech and language appointments, please let us know. We will be following this up in school. Miss Hunt is our SENCO for early years and Key Stage 1, and she is in touch with many professionals that support speech and language, communication and autism, pupil support, and also with hospitals, health visitors and nurses. So if you have any worries or concerns about your child in terms of their behaviour, their emotional well-being, their speech and language development, their sight or their hearing or anything else, please, obviously your GP is your first port of call, as is your health visitor, but don't hesitate to come into school and discuss these things with myself or with Miss Hunt, who will be there to support you with this. If there's anything else that I haven't covered that you need to know, please don't hesitate to call school, and if I'm available, I'll be happy to chat to you about it. We are really looking forward to meeting yourselves and your children in September. So many thanks. See you soon.